Hi, my name is Josie, and I'd like to wish everybody a happy Trans Day of Visibility, which shortened is TDOV and is a worldwide celebration of transgender people and gender nonconforming people that takes place every year on March 31st. And I have been really excited to share my story over the last couple of months. And the reason is because we are at a pivotal time in history. And that's the main message I want to send today is that there's a lot of discussion about like why should care, if you're an ally or if you're not in the LGBT community, like why is it important? Why do we need even a day for this? Well, it's because we're really at finally this tipping point in history where we are fighting for equality for all people, and we've hit various milestones like this throughout history, such as the end of slavery, women's suffrage, civil rights movement, and of course, all of these different movements for equality have all been different. Gay marriage, everything has had its own struggles. It's all been headed towards this same goal of what does it mean to truly be free and have freedom in at least what I can speak for is in the United States, in this country, and hopefully throughout the world. And there are some people who would tell you that why are LGBTQ people trying to get in our faces? Like, why now? The thing is that trans people in particular have always existed all throughout history, but it's only now that it is safe to do so. And the reason why is because we've seen more people in media, we've seen more people come out and more people be open about their stories. And frankly, it's the only reason why I'm even sitting here is because people on YouTube, people online shared their stories, and I was able to finally see that after 30 years on this planet, thinking that I was by myself, thinking that it was something that was wrong with me, that I should be ashamed of. And it changed my life, that visibility. And so now where I'm at is I want to do the same thing. I want to help move us forward, help other trans people along their journeys. But we have a lot of work to do. The very, very honest, sad, brutal truth is for some reason we're at this precipice where there's a lot of opposition to this change, and we're seeing lots of legislation that is going against LGBTQ people and individuals against transgender kids. And I know there's a lot of controversy. I know there's a lot of different viewpoints. But the main thing is that we have to stand up for what's right. And if we truly believe in an equal and free country, we need to fight for that. So that's the tough side, is we really have to acknowledge that we have to stand together. But there's a bright side, and that bright side is that I, more than ever, am starting to see things start to push forward. Just the fact that there is opposition now, there is this acknowledgement that that there is stuff happening finally. And, this is a small story, but there's this transgender character that's going to be in the WB Batgirl film. So that was really cool because someone sent me a casting call for a character. Now, of course, I'm not an actor, but it was really cool to at least be thought of. That would have been a role that, I would have, been I guess on paper qualified for, or maybe not. And then even I know that Pixar was casting for a transgender person to portray a character in an animated film. So I'm really excited for that too. Those are just small examples. But on the whole, I've met so many people, and even more every day, that are realizing that they have been living inauthentically. And I truly believe that this is not new. Even though right now, in this moment in our history, it seems like, where did this come from? What's going on? It's because we're visible. It was invisible before, and frankly, people who were non-conforming to society were frankly murdered and ostracized and beaten down into silence. And for people's own safety, many trans people had to be quiet. But we don't have to anymore. And so I encourage you, if you know people in the trans or LGBTQ community, this is a great opportunity to support them. There are events. I'm going to an event tomorrow. Actually, later today. I'm filming this in the early morning of March 31st. And I'm excited to see a lot of trans people there. And frankly, there's other ways to contribute. Just earlier today, I went to a clothing swap. And so I took a lot of my old clothes that I no longer wear, and I brought them to my local LGBTQ center. And then basically I got to get a whole bunch of brand new clothes. And, for trans people, we're kind of starting over with clothing just from nothing. And so if that'd be one simple way to do something really cool is, take your old you take your old clothes that you don't want, donate them to an LGBTQ center, because there are people who really could use them, and it helps so much with the cost, because like I basically had to rebuild every piece of clothing had to be replaced. So it's been an interesting year of trial and error, let's just say. But let me just end with this. I am privileged to be able to have gone through my transition, to have access to resources, to be able to live authentically in a safe environment. And because of that, that's why I'm wanting to make more of these videos. I feel like there's this thing that in my head of like, am I doing this for attention or something? But as truthfully as I can be, I genuinely want to help this cause move forward. And frankly, as a filmmaker, that was what I always wanted to do. When I first set out, I wanted to help, bring Asian representation to the screen and bring positive messages and positive change to the screen. And finally, this is not what I imagined 12 years ago. It was not what I imagined 2 years ago. But finally, I'm in a place where I feel like I can contribute something. And I hope that you'll stick around, see where we go next, because I have so much more to share. And I just want to build empathy out there and spread love and encourage everybody to be their most authentic self. Arguably, we're all always going through transition, every single person. And I hope that we can all understand and celebrate that we have that in common, that we're always growing closer and closer to being the best version of ourselves that we can be. So I hope you have a great day. Yeah, go hug a trans person if you get a chance, with consent. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.